Good evening again from London. It's a bright, summery evening here in London, and a hello to all dear comrades, friends and supporters from Dr. Dermot Hudson, the chairman of the British Group for the Study of the Juche Idea, chairman of the Korean Friendship Association of the UK, an official delegate of KFA for the UK, and also president of the Association for the Study of Songun Politics, and of course the owner of this very channel, Songun 007, the voice of Songun and Juche in Britain. And today, this is my second video today. So it's a bit of a double bill tonight, and I'm just going to speak very briefly on the subject of people's career and anti-imperialism, which I think is a very important subject, because it is the month for solidarity with the Korean people against US imperialism. And we're also approaching the 70th anniversary of the victory of the Korean people in the Great Fatherland Liberation War against the Yankee imperialist aggressors. And a few days ago, or about a week or two ago, the mainstream media criticised People's Career for holding anti-US rallies to mark the 73rd anniversary of the provocation of the Fatherland Liberation War, or what they like to call the Korean War, on the 25th of June. An impressive rally of 120,000 people was held at the Mayday Stadium on the 25th of June, at which anti-US and anti-South Korean puppet posters were carried and militant anti-US slogans were shouted. Mass rallies took place in all provinces of the DPRK. Earlier, meetings of workers and trade unionists, of youth, agricultural workers and women took place at the Sinchon Museum. Sinchon being the place where the US imperialists and class enemies, such as former landlords and capitalists, killed 35,383 people in 1950. And there were also events at the Central Class Education House and at Susan-ri, which was the site of another massacre by US troops. Now, of course, it really is no one's business whether People's Career holds anti-US, anti-imperialist rallies or not. I mean, the mainstream media and the elite of the imperialist countries shouldn't stick their noses into it. But there are several reasons why People's Career holds such anti-US rallies and events. Firstly, it is because US imperialism is the sworn enemy of the Korean people, whose aggression against Korea goes back to the 19th century when the USS Sherman invaded Pyongyang. Secondly, the atrocities of the US imperialists during the Fatherland Liberation War were immense and exceeded those of the Nazis during the Second World War. In the DPRK, 1,200,000 people were massacred by the US, as Marshal Kim Jong-un pointed out. And I quote, "The massacres committed by the US imperialist aggressors in Sinchon evidently showed that they are cannibals and homicides seeking pleasure in slaughter. Illusion about the enemy just means death, and any slightest illusion about the enemy may lead to the renunciation of the revolution and eventually spoil it. US imperialism is the arch-villain of aggression, which came into being and got fattened with aggression and plundering. Its nature and brutality as an aggressor remain unchanged, however, and if there is any change today, it has got more insidious and crafty in the method to satisfy its greed for aggression. End of quotation. Thirdly, US imperialism still plans to start a second Korean War. It wants to invade the DPRK and destroy the socialist system. During the RIMPAC exercises last year, a journalist uncovered the fact that there were training exercises to occupy residential areas in the DPRK. As US imperialism has not changed its aggressive and predatory nature, the DPRK correctly maintains vigilance and carries out both anti-US class education as well as struggle against US imperialism. Those who criticise the DPRK over anti-US rallies want it to do things like basically reform and open up, to build Pepsi-Cola plants like the Soviet Union did, or to open Disney worlds. When I visited Hungary in the 1980s, Madonna and Rambo posters were on sale and people were wearing jeans. In other words, under the baton of modern revisionism, Hungary was extremely Americanized and westernized. It can only be a good thing that people's career does not go down this route, this disastrous route, but instead raises high the flag of anti-US, anti-imperialist struggle. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your attention this evening. If you're not already a subscriber to the channel Songun 007, please subscribe. And also to our affiliated channel, Korean Friendship Association of the UK. We're going to be uploading a lot more videos on that in that channel in a few weeks' time. And also, please buy our publications, which are on lulu.com. A link will be in the description. And please support our events both online and in real life. Again, thank you for your support. Have a good evening and see you again soon. Goodbye.